folks, Loki here. Now, following on from my last video, which was, the basics of base building, and I'll put a link in the description for you. Today, what I wanted to talk about is farming of the organic kind, and the difference between biodomes and hydroponics, and, how to use each of those. Now, you can see behind me, I've got quite the nice little biodome farm going on. And if you want to use biodomes to the extent that I have here, you will need to take advantage of an electromagnetic hotspot. Biodomes tend to be a bit of a hog on power when you're getting up to these sort of numbers. I've got 28 of them here, I think, and I use the hotspot because the amount of solar panels and batteries that I would need to keep it going is just, ridiculous. So I use the power hotspot. Now, apart from being a power hog, the great thing, there's a couple of, good things about your biodome. One, they look pretty snazzy, but one of their, the biggest advantages of having a biodome is the harvest all plants option. Now, when you put a biodome down, if you've got a door coming in and out, you'll have 10 spots for plants, and that makes it, relatively easy to calculate how many domes you need for what type of plant. And then to do your harvesting, all you got to do, and it's all done. So when you've got multiple biodomes like I have here, I don't want to have to be going in and harvesting plants, one by one. So look, that's pretty much all there is to it with biodomes. I mean, I use a layout here. I'll jump up on, you'll see. What I've done is I've created it so that, it just goes around. Try and run a bit faster across these domes. Okay, so it runs around and around and around, and at the first and final room, which let's quickly run back here. Okay, if we jump in here. Okay, so this is the start. So when I teleport in, this is where I start, and you run through up and down, and then when I've finished, right, which I'm not going to do a full run, but when I've finished, I come back, jump on the short range teleporter, and I'm ready to go somewhere else. Now that's how I've set it up. It's not the only way to do it. I have come across some interesting videos on YouTube with some different ideas for farming, but I like to try and keep it simple, and that's why I've done it that way. Now, the other way you can farm or create space for farming is with hydroponic units, and you get those. They come under they are in the farming tech, and you can get a single tray or a 4-spot tray. Now, these are great because you can use them anywhere, except in biodomes, of course. Now, with the single trays, let's just whoops. Okay, let's just pop that in there. And what am I missing? Oh, silicate powder, of course. Alright. Let's just quickly get some silicate powder. You'd think I'd be better prepared, wouldn't you? Like, alright. So, we've got enough now to make a door. Put a door in there, and what I'm going to do is I'm just gonna hook it up with some power to there, that way we know what we're doing. Alright, so pardon that little tangent there. With the single tray hydroponics, you can snap build them into a prefab like I'm doing here, and very quickly and easily have 8 spots. Now you can, I think if you try really hard, yeah, you're not going to get them. So if you only need to do a small amount of growing, you could certainly, and again, as I mentioned in my base building video, the beauty of using these prefabs, like you say, I drew power to it. These hydroponics stations are all powered automatically because the building is. So if you've only got a small amount to do, that's a great way to do it. A 4-stack hydroponics unit, it will let you install it, but you can't access it all. So, I mean, it leaves, let's see, does it actually leave its ass hanging out? Yeah, no. So, you can put the 4-stack down, but you can't use it, so, you know, what's the point in that? So, that's where you're going to need, if you want to do 4-stack units, let's just throw down a couple here. Must attach to a structure. Okay, good to know. So let's go to structures. Okay, and we'll just throw down a couple of 4 pieces. Okay, so now if we want to build our 4 stacks, we can. Oops. But again, so, you know, it's great to give you a bit more extra room, but you're going to have to do it, you know, you're going to have to build around it, you're going to have to hook up all the power separately. To be honest, I really can't see why you would use, when biodomes are so easy to use, I don't see how you could see that these 4s are an advantage, unless, you know, you just need a little bit more than what you can do in a prefab. Like you can only get 8 spots. There we've thrown down 12 spots really quickly, so I guess it just depends on what your need is. So look, this isn't you know, it's one of those things, it kind of seems a little bit more complicated than it really is until, you know, you get shown what the different options, what the options are. So you just sort of need to remember, you know, biodomes are great for like large scale growing and for ease of harvesting, but they will suck out the power. You know, a prefab's great to throw down, you know, a few single hydroponic trays, and then you've always got the other option of, if you need a little bit more than what, you know, you can get with using prefabs and single trays, but not quite enough to need biodomes, you can use your 4-stack hydroponics trays. And there we have it. That's it. Easy peasy Japanesey. So, yeah, there is absolutely no need for me to continue waffling on. I hope that sort of demystified all of that for you. If you have any questions, please let me know. But for now, I will say thank you very much for watching. Stay slinky, and I'll see you next time.